This is the Farm RPG podcast. I am your host, Boobun. In this episode, we have a player spotlight with Ryan, goes by the username Druyun, and he's also an author. Auggie and I dig into that and his farm RPG playing and his literature works. We follow that up with an episode of Tea Time with Boobun and Auggie. Before we jump into that, we did have another player send in their written responses. This is from user Zacarious or Zacarious or Zacarious, depending on where you're from and how you want to read that username. Zacarious says they learned about farm RPG through Firestream's other game, Titan Conquest. So once they tried it out, they immediately got hooked and have been playing for about 2 months and is still very addicted. When asked how to describe farm RPG, Zacarious says, a rare game that has an amazing community. Where did your username come from? Zacarias says, well, my real name is Zach, and I just thought about a name that fits me well, so I thought about Zacarias, and I think it's a pretty cool name fitting my real name. Are there any other games that Zacarias plays? They say, not much, really. I really only play Farm RPG, plus I don't really have much free time, so one simple game is enough for me. If there's anything they wish the Farm RPG community knew, he says, camp your mailbox, please. In lead speak there, camp MBPLZ. Yes, if we're trying to send you stuff, please clear out your mailbox quickly. And any interesting facts about Zacarias? Zacarias says, although a lot of people really love chicken, I don't really like it that much. Well, it all depends on how you prepare the chicken, I guess. There we go. With that, let's jump into our player spotlight. Welcome back again. This is another player spotlight on the Farm RPG podcast. I am your host, Boobun, comfortably back in the seat. I've done this at least once in the last 7 days, so I should know what I'm doing. And with me is my co-host, Auggie.
Hi. I might. Did I do one in the last 7 days? I genuinely, I don't know. I think I did. We did, right? I was there for that.
We did.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, and we are clearly in the wrong hemisphere for this podcast with the guests we've been getting lately.
Seriously, the time zones and the math of like, this is what I just go by server time, which is also my time. I live on the server time, so it's easy for me to say, "Hey, 8 p.m. server time. What is that good for you?"
That actually works very well. Like server time is the best way to go.
Everybody else.
That's generally what I've been telling people. Unless they tell me they're Eastern, and then like, okay, then we use our real time.
Mulligan has to add one for me.
Subtract.
Yeah, math.
Subtract, not add.
I can do math good.
All right. I've been told at least 3 times how to say our user's username today. I'm going to stick with Ryan. Welcome, Ryan.
Hello. G'day, I should say.
Welcome, Druyun.
Druyun. Well, because I say, like, and we'll get into it with my name, but because I'm really open about, like, who I am in real life, I just go by Ryan anyway. So I'm happy for that.
All right, Ryan. How did you learn about Farm RPG?
Well, I mean, the basic answer, which a lot of people say, is on the App Store, but I got into a real habit of getting addicted to clicker games early this year when I was isolated, and they didn't do it for me. And then I kind of went through one, I went through the other, and then I was like, well, you know what, I'm done. I'm done with mobile games. And then Farm RPG came up, and I said, I'll try one more. I'll just try one more, and then I'll give it up. And yeah, then I got addicted.
And when you're done playing Farm RPG, you can give it up. That's okay.
I don't think that'll ever happen at this point. I'm too far into it now.
And you can play on your computer also?
Yes, which is very, very helpful.
You can do both. So how long have you been playing?
So I'm pretty new compared to a lot of users. I started in February. And so it's 6 months now I've been playing. But I think I went pretty hard in these first 6 months. So I've been able to catch up quite a bit to the level that I wanted to get to. But no, I'm still actually pretty new to the whole thing. So I missed a lot of the old events. I've never experienced a Christmas event. So it's all really new for me.
Well, in those 6 months, you've had plenty of time to experience some of the things, watch the community, watch the game grow. But if you only had one sentence, what would you say to someone who had no idea what it was?
I would say Farm RPG is a game where you can play how you want to play. And what I mean by that is, like, I've played a lot of games where there's kind of like the best way or an optimized way to do it, or kind of people telling you need to do it this way, or if you don't do this, you miss out. And I kind of like Farm RPG because I can kind of do whatever I want, and as long as I'm having fun, there's no real wrong way to play. Like, if I just want to farm, which is what I've been doing lately, then that's fine. If I want to explore, that's fine. If I want to hoard all the items and get a full inventory of everything, then that's fine. Like, as long as I'm having fun, there's no real wrong answer. And it's kind of rare to find a game like that. So that's how I would say it's play how you want to play.
As long as you're not spending your day manual fishing.
That's the one badge I'm never going for. I've just kind of made a pact that I just can't. Like, I'll farm till the cows come home, but I just can't do the manual fishing.
Yeah.
Man, you're not helping Trixie 5 with his motivation to finish that merit badge.
Not a good influence on that. No, I'm sorry. I'm just, yeah. It's the one
Poor
thing
Trixie.
I've done the whole, like, I sit down and I'm like, okay, today I'm going to knock out 1,000. And yeah, I get like 10 in and I'm like, I just can't do this.
When you get the daily chores to get 40.
Well, I have the 6 chores. I'm lucky enough to be able to be a beta player, and I have the 6 chore. And if my chore is manually fish, that's normally the one I'll just leave.
Sometimes I get 2 of them though, and it gets so sad.
Oh,
It's life. It
it's
happens.
very unlucky.
Mealworms have made that easier, though. It's easier with mealworms.
That's true. Lot
That is
easier.
true.
With mealworms.
All right, Ryan. So the way you spell your username in Farm RPG is Druyun, which we decided was not Druyun for sure. You've got a little plug written in your bio about where that came from, but maybe you can tell us about it.
I get really self-conscious plugging my stuff, even though I know it's what I should do.
This is the place to do
really
it.
Brief.
This
I
is
know, but
the-
I just get really I'll be brief about it. But so Druyun is the name of my book series. I've been very blessed to be able to have 2 books published so far, and I've got a 3rd one coming. It's a fantasy fiction series. Think your sort of Game of Thrones, but more lighthearted, more fun, actiony rather than very serious and dour. But there is a place for it, obviously. But Druyun comes from that. It's the name of the series. I normally, when I'm gaming, use the name Spoogly Boopy because I find it funny. But when I signed up for Farm RPG, I don't know, I was in the middle of writing, and when I signed up, and I kind of said, I'll just use Druyun, why not? Not thinking I was going to play the game long, and now it's stuck. And I've actually had a few users, because of the name, reach out to me about the book, which is quite nice.
You have merch.
Cool. So
I went on your website. You have merch.
Yeah.
Got the
There's
merch
like a
going,
whole-
got the books
You
going.
got the decorative pillows.
Oh yeah. I have some of them in my house. That's one of the benefits of running the merch store, is I can get the stuff myself for either free or cheap. So I've got, my house is like a showcase of Druyun merch because I can get it for free.
Your house is the ultimate self-plug.
Very nice. Well, I will point out you have a perfect 5-star rating on Druyun 1, the Mysterious Tournament on Amazon.
Yes.
And
That's good.
yeah.
Whoever
and,
posted that review, I'm going to hunt them. No, I'm joking.
You've got 2 reviews, actually.
I've
They're
actually,
both good.
like, it's all very new, and I try to be very humble. Like, it's been a real blessing, and it's been really great to get the books out, and I've gotten some wonderful feedback on them. But I've more so just really enjoyed doing it as well, and I've got like a little mini fan base, which is quite nice, and so it's always cool to hear people around the world reading them. But yeah,
Very cool.
like I said, I get a little self-conscious talking about it. But
So for people that like reading, you can get the Kindle version. Looks like for 99 cents.
if you like
Really available,
books,
check it out. And I'm gonna be honest. I don't enjoy reading at all.
that's
So
okay.
I don't read if I don't have to.
Is there an audiobook?
Is
There isn't, but I got a I was talking to my publisher actually. Inside scoop. I was talking to my publisher recently about releasing an audiobook version and hiring some actors to do it. So maybe one day.
Maybe one day.
Maybe, yeah.
The joke we always make is as soon as I get that sweet Netflix deal, then I'll be made, and then I'll be
the green light from Netflix.
Right. Then you have to watch somebody else butcher your storyline.
I know. Stand back going, no, that's not what I intended.
All right, very cool. No, I was going to say that besides Farm RPG, I do a lot of play-by-post for Dungeons and Dragons and other games where you end up doing a fair amount of reading and writing, which is paradoxical since I don't enjoy doing that, but I still end up doing a fair amount of it.
Well, if we're on the topic of D&D, just quickly, sorry, that's actually how my books all started. Is I was a DM for a long-running campaign. It was a 2-year campaign, and that was kind of how I first developed the story. And then someone said, "Oh, that was because when you're a DM, you write pages upon pages of notes and background." And when I was
hold on a second, you actually prepared?
I prepared. I was a real
wait. This kind of feels like Milk Bark levels of preparedness. Like dude has a whole calendar. Dude has a calendar and told us the day that we were on.
Oh, I over prepared.
Belligan was like, "Oh, that's my birthday."
Yep.
I was definitely in the oversight of preparing. When I was a DM, I used to have just documents upon documents of stuff that, and most of it, never gets used because your characters go off and do something you weren't expecting. But that was kind of how it all started.
So you created your own world and campaign, and then just turned all those pages of documents into books.
Well, yes, in a sense, but what you find with D&D is that, when you're playing D&D, all your characters kind of they're all the heroes, or they're all kind of just off doing adventures. But when you turn into a book, you've got romance, you've got conflict, you've got all this stuff that doesn't happen. I think that's the weird thing is some of the characters in my books are obviously based on characters from the campaign, which are real people, very close friends. And when I have to write scenes in books of romance and stuff, it's like I'm writing about my friend. There's a bit of a weird crossover there. It's kind of like that. I mean, I'm a big supporter of D&D, and I really encourage a lot of people to give it a try.
I'll take this moment to plug the D&D on the Farm RPG, also on this podcast, at the same place that you can listen to this very episode.
Apparently the DM doesn't prepare for that very well, though. So
well, the DM honestly maybe just needs to get better dice.
That's true. That's true.
Listen, he rolled.
Our session recorded last night. My high roll was a 5 the whole night.
Do you believe in cursed dice? I have a player who strongly believes in cursed dice and will legitimately throw away dice if they have a bad session with it.
I mean, it's the same dice that Augie keeps rolling 17 and above every single roll on.
Yeah, I have, I just have, that's my one trait that I have as a person is I get good dice rolls in D&D.
That's a good trait to have.
It's a superpower.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a spoiler. You can tarnation it, but I charmed a flail snail successfully, and then convinced its owner to leave by performing, and got both rolls. I had a 24 and then a 26.
So spoilers, we're about a month behind on releasing D&D episodes, so that will come out fairly later than this episode. Yeah. But that's all right. Listeners, something to look forward.
It's a little teaser.
Yes.
And then Augie is messaging on Discord. I looked up a flail snail. If I knew that's what it was, I wouldn't have been so brave.
Well, the way that you described it, I was thinking it was like a Gary the snail, or like the cousin. I think I sent a picture of that in Discord too, like the Larry the snail, just like an angry
from
snail
SpongeBob,
that was
right?
that was shiny, and then you said he had forks on his eyes or something. I was like, oh, that's cool. I thought they were eyelashes, and they're not at all.
Well, we got a little sidetracked.
Anyways,
it's all right.
think it's your turn. Is it my turn?
Nope. It's your turn.
Oh, it is my turn. Do you play any other games? I know you said you've given up on mobile games, but
I haven't played in a little bit. Life's kind of gotten in the way, but most of the games I've played have been sort of RPG. So the last game I really think I really sunk a lot of time into was Cyberpunk, and I went really, really hard on that. But apart from that, my answer's actually very similar to a lot of others. A lot of Stardew, a lot of Animal Crossing during the pandemic. Probably too much Animal Crossing. That's the one game I was able to get my wife to play with me, so that was actually quite nice.
But you know what? It came out at the perfect time.
Oh, 100%.
It came out.
100%.
I was working at the time. I was working at GameStop, and they the stores they were doing the delivery at the door. Like you had to order online, and we'd pack it up, and we'd put it outside, and you'd come to the door and get it. And that was right when Animal Crossing came out. So we brought our Nintendo Switches and sat in front of. We had a little tablet that told us when orders showed up. And aside from that, there was nothing else to do. So we just
that game I think captured the world a little bit, the world of gamers, and then it also was like cathartic because it was that little release. Like you're playing, on this beautiful tropical island while we're all stuck isolated at home. But at least here in Australia, I'm in Melbourne, and I think we hit the record for longest isolation, and we were all at home, so all we could do was play games, and it was just perfect.
Now, did you play Cyberpunk before or after all the patches?
I played it before. I was
did I.
very, very. I'm very lucky that, and I say this extremely lucky, especially due to stock and all that I have a Series X. So I actually had the game run relatively okay for me, but still had a few things here and there. But I played it all pre-patch. I hear it's better now. I don't know.
It doesn't crash every 2 seconds.
Slightly better.
It's like every 15 seconds now. No, I heard it doesn't really crash much at all, but I played it on the PS5 and just it was like you had to make sure that you saved every time you could.
Yep. 100%.
And then wait for that reload screen.
All right, moving on. My turn for a question. If there's anything that you wish the farm RPG community knew, may or may not be game related, what would that be?
I think the biggest tip, which I only kind of discovered maybe 2 days ago, is do not sit on the wheel grease perk. The wheel grease perk is by far the biggest quality of life improvement that game has to offer.
I waited a while. I waited a while to get it because it's part of the experience. But also, I spin the wheel so much. It saves me so much time.
Yeah, I honestly kept looking at it, and I was like, I don't need it to spin faster. And I'm terrible at my wheel spins. I do maybe 10 a day. I need to do more. But a few days ago, I was like, a few days. Well, you're the champion of that. But a few days ago, I was like, okay, you know what? I got to spare a bit of gold. I'll chuck it on. And it's just changed. It's so silly, but it's changed my life. Completely changed my life.
Moral of the story: spin the wheel, but spin it faster. I have not spun the wheel
yet today.
Wow!
I just hit a jackpot of egg 5. Oh yeah!
Oh gosh, egg 5.
I got snowballs twice yesterday, and I just sent them to Alfredo. Shout out to Alfredo.
I send all my egg 5s to Wade when I get them. So
that's a good one. Way. Also, shout out to Wade, who at the time of recording, yesterday was Borgin Day, and Wade accidentally opened up 700 medium chest 01 and voided about 62. Man's voided about 62,000 apples. I was hoping he would have sent in a support ticket. I don't know if he did, so I sent him like 500 cider and condolences.
I accidentally voided about 8,000 apples that way, but
62,000.
I think that's
plus
like
all the ancient coins. Plus the ancient coins.
Oh, the AC. I mean,
the AC, yeah, I was good on. Yeah, I opened up as many as I needed for the AC and forgot that the apples is like double on it.
Well, see, what I was doing is I saved like 1,000 oranges from my daily whatever, and I'd open up half my inventory's worth, or I'd opened up 60. So my inventory is like 7,000. And then I'd go craft cider and then go open another 60 and then have full inventory, craft more cider. And then I spun the wheel. I probably spun it 100 times. And then somebody in spoilers was like kind of flexing how many diamond cards they bought. It was like 24. And so I was like, why not 30? And then I went and I bought 30. I made it so I had 30. And then Wade said, why not 52 and have a full deck? So I went and then I bought it. I bought up to having 52. And then I was reminded that it's not a real deck because it's all one suit.
Oh, just one
Or
card.
one suit.
So if anyone needs a diamonds, hit me up, I guess. 52 diamonds.
Yes, I was using mine to master toilet paper crafting. All the juice and stamina from Borgin.
Well, I bought
did the
lemonade,
same thing,
too.
actually, yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
It was a
I
good
bought
deal for
probably
lemon.
10. I probably bought 10,000 lemonade. Don't get me wrong. But I've been working on the toilet paper and the milk. I'm almost halfway on the milk, actually. The milk cartons.
To Grandmastering?
Yeah, I'm at 49,000 right
Mastering.
now.
Oof, work.
Not on the toilet paper. I'm at just under 7,000. But you know, that's unrelated. But so I was camping in Highland Hills because I also was trying to finish like the purple bag with the dye, and I haven't finished the dye yet. So I'm still going to Highland Hills, even though it drops less feathers. And I'm continuously rambling off topic. It's just me. That's what I do. That's my job. Supervisor /
We're
rambler.
just waiting for you to course correct. Get back on
I'm
top.
enjoying the
Listen.
Highland Hills conversation. Oh, good.
Listen, usually I don't course correct and Belligan has to like clear his throat or something. Okay, so Mr. Author,
Ugh.
tell us an interesting fact about yourself.
I guess I was trying to think about how to answer this question. Well, when I was younger, very, very young, my parents wanted to live the hippie life here in Australia. So they bundled me in the back of a caravan, and I spent most of my childhood traveling around the desert and the countryside, visiting every state of Australia and going to Uluru, but it was called Ayers Rock back then, and kind of just living out on the road and a bit nomady most of my childhood before I settled and we lived on a beach for quite a while. Until I moved out of home. But yeah, I spent most of my life moving around and been in Australia the whole time, which is good. I like it here, which is nice.
Did you ever encounter a sandworm in the desert?
No sandworms, lots of camels, lots of kangas and dingoes, but no sandworms yet. Not yet. We'll see what happens.
Can we get dingo as a filler word?
Maybe we will.
Please. It's so fun with the Australian accent.
We'll get some Australian filler words. Yeah, when we're all wrapped up and done here.
Excellent.
I'm a big proponent of all the Australian slang. I, without any irony, use crikey in everyday conversation if something startles me. So it all goes into my vocabulary for sure.
All right, awesome. I've got one more random question for you.
Mhm.
What is your favorite league?
I've heard that there's a corn dog league. I'm not in it. I'm one of the few people who I didn't get too big into the thing we're not meant to talk about. But I do have some friends in there who are fighting on my behalf, and they got me enough soap to get all the TP I ever needed. But I haven't invested as much time as a lot of other players definitely have. But I've heard of there's a corn dog league, which kind of interests me.
It is. It's a little brutal.
And
Corn dog league.
okay, so I was confused because there's also a drumstick league, and I thought it just went by size. And I was like, I saw drumstick and I was thinking like a giant turkey leg from a fair for some reason. And then it changed to corn dog. And I went in staff chat and I was like, how did my league go down? And then, and I'm just the fool all the time. My raptor was at one point, the highest I saw it overall was number 13. My responsible wheel spinner. That's the name. Is now number 40 overall, but number 533 in the corn dog league.
I was really proud of my Raptor mixed stripes that for a while got up to number 6 in the Taco League, which is my favorite Taco League. But he outgrew that, and now it's buried in the Burrito League.
I actually don't know all the leagues. I'm actually checking right now while we're talking. All 3 of mine are in drumstick. They're all around the... Oh, one's at 8,000. Oh, no.
There's there's the shrimp, the sashimi, the taco, the drumstick, the corn dog. I don't know what the other ones are, if there are other ones.
Apparently there is a 7th league that's only got 1 Raptor in it.
I don't believe that.
With a record of 2-0. Martello 736 is the user. The Raptor is Phoenix. And looking at the stats, they are ridiculous.
Oh, the hot dog.
Number 1 overall.
Yeah.
That's the hot dog league.
That's the hot dog.
Yeah.
Shout out to Martello 736. Be on the podcast. Come talk to us about your strat. Oh, those are some big boy stats.
Yes, they are.
Tell us your secrets.
The shrimp league is awesome. That's before anybody gets a win, apparently. Nobody in there has a win. Manipulating the URLs to see what the different leagues are. I hadn't done that prior. Doing it now on air during a player spotlight.
I did not know you could do that.
Just change the league number, hit refresh. Yeah. So Sushi League apparently is the next one up. That's League 2. Anyway, yeah, something you can do. At some point we'll document this.
Firestream himself has a purple raptor named Barney, and currently, at the time of recording, is number 4 overall and number 5 in the corn dog league.
Oof.
Yep. All right. Well, I think that's probably a good place to wrap up this player spotlight. We've learned all about Ryan and his book series Druyun. I'm going to remember it's like Druid. Druid, like the class Druid, my favorite D&D class. We talked D&D, we talked Raptor Fight Club, we talked Dingoes.
We talked about the wheel.
Talked about the wheel.
I talked about other stuff. I don't even remember. Let's talk.
And then Auggie got sidetracked. Did something nobody remembers what it was about.
2 or 3 times, but who's counting?
2 or 3 times. All right. With that, we will say thank you, Ryan, so much for reaching out to us and for hopping on our schedule so we can get you on the Farm RPG podcast and Player Spotlight. It was great to talk to you.
Thanks so much for having me. Really had a good time.
Same. See you in the spoilers chat.
I'm in trade chat now. I'm a trade chat boy. That's where you'll see me.
Lovely.
Hi, this is tea time.
Yeah, tea time. We're back.
We're back. We took a unintended hiatus.
Yeah, like a 2-week hiatus. This life happens.
Busy.
Life busy. It's summer.
Life keeps happening.
Life comes at you fast.
And so much all at once. But we're here today.
So much all the time. But we are here today, yes.
Yeah.
We're here to talk about tea and time and Farm
Things.
RPG.
Yes. Okay, so disclaimer, Belligan, when you're editing this, I assume that you listened to it. Do not air this episode until the following updates actually happen in the game, please. And I will also message you that. Boobun is somebody that I trust with secrets. She has not let me down so far.
I don't tell anybody anything. My lips are sealed.
Yes. So
at all times.
Earlier today, I had this idea, and I was talking about it in the little questy people chat because I was like, we need this to happen. And it would be so funny and so perfect for so many different things. And I messaged Firestream and he loved it. And it's a new crafting item and it ensures that corn jail will never end.
Oh my god.
It's
stuck in corn jail forever.
It's corn oil.
Oh, corn oil.
Yes.
Fun.
Multi-purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So,
okay.
At the time of recording, this concept has just been created and it has not been fine-tuned yet. I don't know what the final recipe will be. Again, this will not be aired until that is out, but
I assume it includes corn.
It will definitely include corn. I suggested 10 corn per.
Okay.
With other materials, that's mostly what needs the fine-tuning. Otherwise, it would have dropped today. Because I didn't... Originally, it was like, what about just corn in a glass bottle? But then, we were like, that doesn't make sense. That would just be canned corn or something.
Right. Yeah.
So to actually...
Canned corn, cream corn.
Yeah. Cream corn.
Creamed corn.
Maybe.
God.
Cream corn is actually good, but...
cream corn is so funny.
Yeah.
That could be for cooking.
Yes. Well, corn oil is multi-purpose, so it could be for cooking, and it could be for other things, again, like
Oiling.
an oil. Yeah, because the robots use, corn oil. That was what my quest line that at the time of recording, the unlikely pair just finished releasing, I don't know, yesterday or the day before. I don't even remember.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I finished through that. I got through all of the corn jail. I got through.
Hashtag corn fact.
Hashtag corn fact. Hashtag for the corn.
Hashtag for the corn. The double hash.
Yes. The double hash.
Yes. So I completely just lost my train of thought. Yes. So corn oil.
Corn oil. We were on corn oil.
Yes. So, if Belligan wants to air this episode before that update comes out, he can just cut this clip, this section, and paste it somewhere else. Or he can just do the filters over every time that we say corn oil and corn.
Yeah, we can tarnation it or something.
Yeah. Tarnation.
Yeah, tarnation.
Yes.
Yeah. But corn oil, that's fun. I like it. It's gonna keep everybody in corn jail forever.
Especially, know.
Think about GMing corn oil. Oh no.
GMing corn.
So much corn.
So much corn.
So much corn. Where am I with my corn mastery here? Where am I in the corn zone? Let's see. Well, I have 26,000 corn, so I'm nowhere near GMing corn.
I'm not either. There were other fun updates today, though, too. There's now
there were a lot of fun updates today.
So many. So there's the Mega Mastery, which is still, it's not completely buffed and shined, but it's a thing needed for the tower after floor 100. And the floor 117 gives you 1,100 treasure keys. So I used I bought large nets from Boobun earlier today, and I have none left now. But I got to 417.
Wow.
I started the day with 5,000 large nets.
Jeez.
And
that's so many. You blew through so many. I just have a lot because I barely use my nets ever. Honestly,
usually I don't.
So busy.
Usually I don't. I'll throw in maybe 200 in Minerva to get keys, which I don't have to do for a little while. God, unless I decide to open my large chest 2s and make a bunch of flywheels, which I'm still not sure. But now we can get up to the floors, and the floor 110 artifact originally was going to have was originally going to be for a cooking skill, and then it was changed to be Orchardland 6. I still have to update the library page at the time of recording because it happened today. I had a migraine earlier. I don't now, which is cool. But now we get more orchard. Which is lots good.
More orchard.
We get more things and good stuff, and I have to do the math out now for the orchard page again.
Mega Mastery,
boy.
and he said that like rewards for Mega Mastery were going to come eventually. He hasn't figured out what those are going to be yet. So,
Yeah.
like an actual,
Yes.
like, you know,
Yeah,
an
like a
actual
real
reward of some kind,
like a real good, a thing.
like a mastery of some, like when you get gold
like
for mastery.
Yeah, or like the sell price or the whatever the things.
Right, something good. Not that anything that I've mega mastered I'm going to sell, because it's like twine and boards. So
For me, you know what though? I have three. I either have 2 or 3 of the Minerva fish mega mastered. I don't remember.
wow,
Yeah, I think
I only
I've
have 2 things
probably
mega mastered
really.
because
You really don't even.
it's just
You don't even play the game. Is it boards and
it's
twine?
it's boards and twine. Yes,
Not even iron rings.
not yet. I'm very close on iron rings. I am very close on iron rings. Now my
Okay.
iron rings are in my what's it called? They're my craft works. You gotta remember, I play usually during my working hours, and then I don't touch it when I'm off. So like it's like I will check in and like when I'm having a down moment at work, and then I click through, and that's why you don't really catch me in game after like 6 or 7 p.m. usually, unless we're recording, or on the weekends I barely am on, because it's like it's my downtime game. It's what I can look at when I have to look away from my computer screen to rest my eyes. From
Rest
one
your eyes
screen
with
to
dark
another.
mode.
Yes, exactly. Rest my eyes with dark mode from
You know
very
what?
bright
I
windows.
also learned today Firestream and Tenfu both play the game in light mode.
Wow. Okay, they're not real people.
I already knew that FFF played in light mode because he was my designated light mode checker for library pages back when I was like testing out all the colors. He was the designated light mode checker. But
Wow.
because I just
Now,
I saw there's a Twitter, if you don't know, and
of course,
I have so many things in my head right now. So many different thoughts.
you gotta get them all out. You gotta do it quick too, because we have a game. We have game
Yeah,
tonight.
we have D&D.
So
We have
we're on
D&D.
a time frame.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm talking at 2x speed.
Yeah, you're talking at Boobun speed right now. This is like how fast I normally talk.
It's been so long that I just have a lot of words. Like, because before I was doing, we were doing so many different podcast things like every day, and then just life was just busy, and now this is like first time I'm recording something in like a hot minute, but now we're here and I'm moving. But I made a joke, and I said, like Firestream, like, why are all the tweets in light mode? Why don't you showcase dark mode? And that was when he said that he like the light mode thing. And then
he's a light mode user.
And then Tenfu agreed. And then I don't remember who it was. It might have been Saf that was like, you guys are monsters or whatever. And Tenfu was like,
that is a bit
your eyes are like muscles. You gotta work them out. I said light mode is like looking directly into the sun.
Yeah, you're staring into the light. Not my favorite thing to do, especially like as a person who works on a computer all day, every day. I cherish any dark mode that I can use on literally anything. So I'm a big dark mode fan. So if you use light mode, you're a monster. Even if you made this game. That's a direct call out.
Yes, I agree. If you're somebody that we don't know, if you're somebody we don't know that uses light mode, I have no qualms with you. You live your life. I have to say.
I have qualms with you. I have qualms.
Qualms. It's a weird word.
There's an L in there. Qualms.
Qualms. That's like a...
Qualms.
I don't like that word. I just
You don't like it? Is it like a moist thing for you?
No, it's just a weird word to say.
Like moist. Moist doesn't bother me. Qualms. Yeah. Now it doesn't sound like a real word anymore. We've said it too many times. We can't say it anymore.
That happened with any word, though. Like, any word.
Yeah, you can do it to any word. I mean, if you just say it too many times, it sounds like not real, and then you like fake yourself out. So qualms is a real word.
Like the word chores. If you just keep saying chores, eventually it just...
Oh, yeah. No, that it doesn't sound real.
If you think about it for too long, But that could just be like an ADHD brain thing.
I'm going to just say corn too many times until corn isn't real anymore.
But that won't happen with corn. It's a 4-letter word with 1 vowel. Corn will always be real.
That's true. Corn always will be around.
I just
We'll never escape
added
the corn.
I just added Orville in the spoilers chat and said, "Come on, tea time. Do you have a Discord?" And I'm just kind of waiting
man.
now. I
see if he'll
love Orville.
jump in.
See if
Orville's good.
Yeah.
Orville is now beating me because I haven't had any good popcorn like PCRs or PHRs, excuse me, not PCR, PHRs, personal help request.
Personal corn requests.
Personal corn requests, yes, is the PCR. I just like I am getting very unlucky. I've only gotten popcorn as a reward in one. And I know that Nethy has gotten it a couple times. Here's my Nethy shout out. He's gotten popcorn in his a few times. And Orville says he's gotten it a few times too. And now Orville is beating me.
I haven't gotten popcorn. I haven't gotten popcorn at all.
I've gotten popcorn one time. I'm wondering if since I put it in my storehouse, if that's messing me up. I don't
think it's making a difference.
No, you don't think
honestly. So? No. I mean, you could test
I put all of mine in my storehouse just so that I could take them all out and see if I get one in the next couple of days. But my theory is once cooking hits, if he adds popcorn as like a thing that we can make in cooking, then all of this will be for naught. Like, why would I be struggling to get to the top of the popcorn tower when we could just
because you were the first
our inventory on popcorn? That's not happening. I think Nethy will be the first. Nethy's going to definitely. He's already beating me. He's beating me by like 150.
I feel like the three of you though together are the popcorn champions.
That's true. There's other people who've joined in. Like I've gotten a couple people in spoilers being like, I have like 110. I'm like, wow, a little baby popcorn collector.
It's so funny
you joining into the popcorn collecting.
Like I decided to go for the teapots. And every time I say it in spoilers chat, because I'm a quest writer, everybody's like taking that as like a hint. Like, do I need to get teapots? I'm like, if you want, but I'm just collecting them.
Get as many teapots as you want. Just collect.
Yeah.
The thing is if you write it into a quest, then you have to give up your teapots that you're collecting. So
that would hurt
in your
my
best
soul.
interest to not give away your teapots. Just like if you wrote giving away popcorn into a quest, that's when we have beef. If I have to give away my popcorn, we are then beefing. I'm not trying to beef. I'm not trying to beef with Boobun. That's true. Nobody who would want to.
Well, but I cannot speak for the other quest writers. They can do what they want.
That's true. But also, like and a lot of people only have like 1 or 2 popcorn. Like a lot of people I've talked to have like very few. So
I can actually check. I have buttons. I can check.
Oh, check. I want to know. I'm curious. I'm very curious on the popcorn counts.
It's just the average per, let's say, farming level. The average at level 99 is 6.88 popcorn.
Wow.
So, however,
and that's factoring in my like ridiculous like 350. So
yeah. And then like at level 90, because 99 is like all 99 players plus, and that doesn't include anything with the tower. So it's just everybody that's farming 99. At level 98, it's just under 3 popcorn.
So that's so very few popcorn out there. I have the mass majority of popcorn. It's like me, Nethy, and Orville. We all have the mass majority of popcorn in the world.
You guys are pulling up that average.
Yeah, popcorn barons.
I'm going to look at teapot now just because I'm curious.
Oh, teapot. Yeah. I don't even think I have a flipping teapot.
Teapot is the average at 99 is 2.8. 2.08 rather, not 200.
I don't even have a teapot. I don't have one.
You don't even have
I gave them all away. No, because I refuse to throw anything else into the well that's not going to give me popcorn. So like even if there's something I desperately need and it's only in the wishing well, I have not been throwing anything but water lilies in because I want that popcorn.
I'm
committed to the bit.
I feel like I need to switch over to small flute gang because I've had some PHRs with the small flute.
Oh, yeah? You got a lot of small flutes flowing in?
I have 740.
Holy crap. I wonder how many small flutes. That's so many. Let's see. Hang on.
I got so many PHRs that just gave them
one.
to me. Yeah,
I had one small flute. One.
Yeah.
Where did they even come from?
They come from there's a chance to get flutes with dice too, like there's with teapot. Like you could get those, spectacles, or bacon.
Wow,
the spectacles,
so you got to join small flute gang. That's like crazy. That's so many.
Yeah, the average at 99 is 6.95, and I'm pulling that average up so much.
Yeah, you are. I literally have one.
I'm gonna put them in my storehouse and then check again.
Oh yeah, please do. See what happens. See if it actually if it factors in, if it's in your storehouse.
But I don't know that it updates immediately.
Oh yeah. Okay. We can check back.
Yeah, we can check back. The average dropped down to 6.83, but the average for 98 is 3.64. So I did change the average.
Okay, by putting it away. So that means that my popcorn isn't factoring into the average right now because it's in my storehouse.
Correct. I made it change it's out of like 6,000 players. I alone account for like 0.1% of the small flutes. Which it's
pretty good.
That's a small number, but like also not. It's a really big number for one person.
Oh yeah, it's pretty good.
I was gonna try to do some math on there, and I can't.
Oh God, no. No. That's real math. I can't do math. Period. Yeah. I'm bad at it. Even simple addition off the top of my brain. I can do the easy stuff. Math and me are not friends. We have calculators for a reason.
Yeah. I account for 0.12% of the small flutes in the farm RPG for the level 99s.
Now I'm tempted to see how much popcorn I account for. It's probably like a drop in the hat because you have 700 small flutes. I have only like 300 popcorn. So it's probably like a half of what you have.
Well, we could check it.
Percentage-wise. We could check it. All right, tell me what it is right now.
It's
and then I'll take all my stuff. 6.8?
Yeah. 6.88.
All right, 6.88. All right, let me take mine out of the storehouse here. See what happens. Retrieve item. Popcorn. Okay, now you can go ahead and check it again, and we'll see where we're at.
6.93. So you account for
that's a pretty substantial amount.
Yeah, that's like 0.05%.
It's yeah, it's like because it went from 9.3 to 8.8, so it's hang on.
0.05. It's like a nickel.
Yeah,
you're a nickel.
It's pretty good.
I'm a dime and 2 pennies.
Out of the dollar, that is the amount of popcorn out there. You're dime and 2 pennies, and
no, it's out of $10 though.
Is it out of 10? 10? Okay. Yeah.
No, because it's not a full percent. This is why we shouldn't do math.
No, let's stop doing this because it's too confusing. I have a nickel's amount of caramba popcorn. Excuse me.
Oopsies.
The tarnation is right.
Hashtag for the corn.
Hashtag for the corn. Yeah. Love the corn. It's a very corn-centric couple of months here.
This podcast is sponsored by corn.
It's always been sponsored by corn. It's all corn all the time.
When the quest dropped, someone actually was like, I wonder what your search history looks like. And I just linked the website that I got most of the facts from. And it was just like an Iowa farmers corn website. It was just like a real thing. It was like a .org. That's how you know.
Oh, wow. It's like cornfacts.org or something. So funny. You know what is a website that I like to look at on occasion? There's this museum in Virginia, and they have the world's oldest ham, and it's got a 24-hour like webcam feed called the Ham Cam.
Ham
so
Cam.
If you search Ham Cam in Google, you will go to
But I feel like the other results for that wouldn't be
No,
good.
honestly, you don't really get anything bad. You can go look at the world's oldest ham at any time. It's like the first link that pops up for the ham cam, so you can keep tabs on the world's oldest ham.
Is
And
it
they also have the world's
moldy?
oldest peanut. It's like a cured ham, so it's like like
Oh, it's
how a
like a
prosciutto
jerky,
looks. Yeah, it's like
like a
literally
jerky
like ham
ham.
jerky. Exactly, but you can go ahead and go look at it, go view the ham cam,
How
and
old is it?
I it's let me see. It should say. Oh, it's from 1902. It says 1902. Uh, it was overlooked. It was a cured ham and it was overlooked, and for 20 years it hung in the rafters, and then so it's from
They
1902.
decided
So
to
it's a
keep
very
it.
old ham. They decided to keep it and they kept it around, and it's the world's oldest Smithfield ham.
So
So
it's
that's
120
it.
years old.
Yes, it's a very old ham.
Good for
It's
that ham.
120 years old
Still
exactly. Yeah,
kicking.
it's an old. There was a birthday party for the ham. I think like a couple months ago. They had like a ham birthday for the 120th birthday for the ham. Actually, it was on July 9th.
Ooh.
I think you could
And
stay over at the museum.
they had a little ham slumber party.
Yeah, they had a ham party. Party
Yeah,
for the world's oldest ham.
but I feel like, would it would be disrespectful to eat ham at the ham party. So it was probably like
I
a
don't see why not.
vegetarian serving. Well, it's
Maybe.
disrespectful to
No,
the ham. You don't just eat
yeah,
ham in front of
yes.
ham.
That's true. What if the ham gets upset? You never know.
Yeah, what if it knew and it just started to like decay from the presence of other
That's
fresher
true. It could start
ham?
crying, and you don't want to introduce any moisture to the world's oldest
Yeah.
ham.
Another moist reference in there for all the
Another
the
moist
word
reference.
moist
You don't wanna-
haters.
for the moist hater, which I am not a moist hater. I don't mind the word moist. It doesn't bother me. If
I'm
you're
like
a moist
addicted to
hater,
it.
we've said moist at least 5 times, dear.
Probably more. Maybe Belligan can put a little ding every time we say the word moist.
Say moist. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
Yeah. By the way, the website was iowacorn.org.
Okay. Iowa corn.
Yes. .org.
Nice. .org.
Yep,
You gotta
.org.
get that org in there.
And it's like the Iowa Corn Growers Association. Like it's like a real place. They have like their own address and everything. They're in Johnston, Iowa.
We should write them a letter. Just be like, listen, we used your facts.
We used your facts. They were awesome. We put them in the Farm RPG trademark. Thank you.
Trademark TM.
Yeah, we got the little TM up near the logo.
Got the TM in there, as one does.
As one does. I actually have that, like, the little TM as like a shortcut on my phone. So like whenever I type out Farm RPG, I put trademark.
Perfect. Yeah, you have to. It's trademarked.
It is.
It's been trademarked now. So
it is marked with trade.
It is. Correct.
I don't know how to properly word trade. Ooh, Rubber Ducky is in the Exchange Center. I'm gonna have to get more pocket watches soon. Down to like 1,400.
Oh yeah.
I'm up
My
to
pocket
30.
watch situation. I haven't been able to. I have 8 currently. I have to get more. So I can't even get another Rubber Ducky right now.
I'm up to 30.
Oh my goodness, 30 Rubber Duckies. I have 12 Rubber Duckies. I have 12.
I love Rubber Ducky.
Where do I get? I have to go to Cane Pole, I guess, to get some more pocket watches.
Yeah.
I have like 2 million stamps, so I should probably blow some.
Yeah. Do you need some apple cider, or do you have it?
Oh, I have it. I'm like at almost full apple cider. I haven't played since like the last time we had I've been doing like my daily stuff, but I haven't like got to sit around and like just like click for like at least a few weeks just because I've been so busy. Yeah, so I've been so busy in like my real life that I haven't had time to like tippity tap. And I've been cheating on the game a little bit. I picked up another like sim game that I've been playing also.
What is it?
Yeah, it's very like I'm like regressing to like my like being a 12-year-old, but it's called
You don't have to say
Leoden. I know. It's called Leoden. It's like a lion game where you like have a pride of lions and you breed lions. It's very interesting. It's like, but it's got a similar vibe with like the exploring and things like that. Like, and there's some crafting in there. It's not as like well put together as Farm RPG, like all in one space wise. Like it's harder to figure out. But there's nice art. Like the art is very pretty. It's like lions. It's very like Lion King. Like
Simba.
Yes, very Simba. Very like It's definitely cute. It's like not. I don't know. I don't think I'll play it for very long. It's just like something that is like occupying my time when I'm not playing Farm RPG.
My watermelons needed to be harvested.
Oh yeah, I just harvested
The lion
corn.
game.
It's the lion game.
I realized I don't, like I said, I don't remember if it was yesterday or the day before, whenever it was that the unlikely pair quests dropped and one of them actually rewards corn. I didn't realize that I had been growing corn like nonstop. I didn't realize I was actually like voiding corn. So I was like,
Oh no.
So I had a full inventory of corn. I had to collect that reward, and I had a full thing of corn ready to harvest. And I was like, this just has to happen now. It needs to. It's what it happened. I voided probably 500 corn, if not a little more. But God knows how much I voided before that. I mean,
I try not to void crops other than like carrots or peppers. Like carrots and peppers, who cares?
Yeah, I'm officially over halfway to my corn Grand Mastery, though. My corn is right behind my peppers, like 500 behind my peppers.
I need to grow more corn.
I need to grow more crops. I can't do the short crops. I cannot do it.
Crop growing.
I mean, it is what it is. I like watermelon because it's like a 12-minute time, so like I can come check it in a little bit and it'll be done, and that's cool.
Oh yeah, no, I like the shorter ones. That aren't too short, because if they're like, like carrots or peppers and it's like instantaneous, it's
and then I can't do
almost
anything
burdensome.
else.
Yeah, it's almost burdensome. So you have to like sit there and like wait for it. Not ideal. I mean, it's good if you need to like just get your dailies done, which is what I've been doing, is just trying to get my dailies done.
Yeah, like the harvest whatever crops and plant whatever seeds and whatever else. The daily chores. Ooh. Oh my goodness. So one of my, because like I did all of my chores except for one, because just at that point in the day I had not sold any items, and it was sell 750 items, and I forgot about it, and I just went to go check it, and I have sold about 3 million items today.
Oh my god!
I might just
3 million.
It's 2.96 million.
That is so many.
A lot of it was fish, but I also realized today.
Oh yeah, that's right. I was
fishing
it out today. Yeah.
But I realized I was voiding green cloaks and beets. So I unlocked a few things and I just sold them because I need to climb. I got up to Tower 117. For me, for now, that's good enough because I wanted those keys. I don't know what's up higher than that.
Yeah. Well, I'm still sitting. I actually leveled today because I GM'd orange juice today. So I think a lot of people GM'd orange juice today. But I did, and I GM'd OJ and I got to Tower 55. So I'm stalled out in the 50s, but I'm slowly getting there. And I think I'm just gonna kind of try to toss some nets at some of my like last fishing like GMs to try to get a couple more done. We'll see. I have so many large nets right now, and I'm going to be giving a bunch away, I think, on Friday.
Your birthday's like soon, TM?
Yes, it's on Friday. Soon TM. It's on Friday, and I'm going to do a little. This won't come out before Friday, so you'll miss it. But I am going to be giving some stuff away in spoilers, probably, just to people who are chatting in there. It's not going to be a real giveaway. I'm not going to make anybody do anything for them. I'm just going to throw things at people.
Just ping me on Discord.
I'll just throw things at you. It's fine.
Okay, that also works.
Before the throwing, I'll just throw some nets at you for my birthday. I feel like that's what people do on their birthday in Farm RPGs. They just give stuff away, which is, I think I'll just unload my entire inventory of large nets because I have like 3,000. Or I did have 3,000 until I sold you like 800 today. So
yes, thank you.
I'm down, but no, that's no problem. I'm not doing anything with them right now because I'm a lazy. So
I'm usually lazy, but like I heard about the 1100 treasure keys and I was like, I need that, and now I have that.
Motivated.
Well, I got to level 110 with the silver I had already. just like to clarify, I had to use all those nets to get from 110 to 117.
See, yeah, for you already have all the GMs that you kind of need to get where you need to be.
I have enough. I could get like my ascension knowledge. I have enough to get up to over level 50 or 150.
Yeah, I'm nowhere near there. Like, I'm waiting on ascension knowledge because I am such a slacker. But again, I play this game for different reasons than other people. People like the clicky clicks. I enjoy that, but I like the chatting for the most part. The chatting is like the main. I like the community. So that's why I'm mostly around, is because the community is just fun and just nice. I like everybody. So I like to hang out and click randomly every once in a while.
And talk on the podcast.
Talk on the podcast, yeah. I like to talk about the game that I play and also chat for the most part.
For the most part.
For the most part. It's just chatting mostly for me. But that's neither here nor there.
Neither here nor there.
Mm-hmm.
Should we wrap it up now and then just go over to the D&D one?
Probably should, and then go sit in the D&D one. Yeah, we got D&D. We're recording before we're recording.
Yes,
the recording section right now.
We're pre-gaming.
Yeah, we're pre-gaming a podcast by doing a podcast.
Yes, that's the only way to do it. It's appropriate.
As one does. Yeah, it is appropriate.
Yeah, gets us all warmed up and ready to go.
Yeah, limber. Right. We're vocally limber now.
Yes. Qualms,
yeah. Qualms and moist and all of
Let's see if we can get either Belle or Cole to say qualms in the D&D episode.
We could probably coax it out of them, but the thing is this will probably air way before that does. So you'll have to listen to both. This will be 3 weeks away.
Yeah, it won't line up, but it'll be really funny when it happens, and it'll be funny to us when it does happen because we're just gonna start laughing.
We'll listen to it. We'll laugh.
We'll know.
That's true. It'll be entertainment for us.
Yes, and really,
just entertaining ourselves.
That's what this is. That's what this is for.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, we're here to.
This is what this is about. This is not about you guys listening. This is about us entertaining ourselves for half an hour.
Yeah,
like once a week.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Roll for qualms.